Peace. Happy now. And now is the vibrate. Now's the vibrate, y'all. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. I had to switch up the melody. Something just was like, do something different with the song. But I just want to speak on the crystals uh the crystals I have with me today, basically. Crystals I've been working with a lot lately for the past few days, some of them. But this Aura Light 23, I've been working with whenever I'm looking for a feeling of intuition with grounded energy. Matter of fact, this is just a new aspect to crystals in general for me, as far as like getting so much out of one crystal. Like, Aura Light 23, of course, is known for having 23 other minerals within it. And you could honestly feel it, like it has like that high vibrational feel, that feel that amethyst gives you, so to tickle that crown chakra. It deals with the high vibrations, but it also has a grounding energy to it and a calming effect to it. And I just like to use it whenever I'm looking for like just to boost my intuition, but while still being grounded. Because matter of fact, I learned my lesson from when I still wear my high vibrational stones. Matter of fact, on my neck, let's just see if I can get close enough, but you won't really be able to see all of them. But I have Dambarite in there. I have Petalite, Phenakite. I have some Tanzanite, Herkimer Diamond, Nirvana Quartz, and Moldavite. Matter of fact, and that is one, two, three, four, five. I have five of the 12 synergy stones also in there, which are very high vibrational stones, and those are Dambarite, Petalite, Phenakite, Tanzanite, and Moldavite. Those are the five out of 12 synergy stones, which I did have Tibetan Tektite at one time. And there's a few others. I don't know if I could name them all. I know Satyaloka Quartz, Brookite, Scholasite, Naturalite, maybe one or two other ones I'm missing, but they're basically 12 synergy stones, and they're stones with a very high vibrations, but at the same time, they're like, say for instance, out of all 12 of them, by having them together, they still provide like grounding energy, which the Brookite and the Tibetan Tektite will provide the grounding energy, but it's all, they all kind of coincide with each other in essence. I think that's why it's 12 synergy stones, because they work synergistically together. But basically, like I was saying, with high vibrational stones, you need some type of grounding energy, because also that's what'll leave you open to psychic attacks and just leaving your energy open in general, is when you got like some high vibrational stones on you, or you're dealing with high vibrational stones, and it picks your vibration up, but then your vibration is you know all high, but it's not centered. So that means your energy is kind of like just almost like picture like a circuit, as above so below, like a circuit that doesn't have any resistance on it, so it's just all the electricity just flowing out of it wildly, what I'm saying? Instead of it having like a resistance on it, so much electricity coming out, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So you need like a little grounding stone to, matter of fact, and that's just what I've been wearing around my neck mostly a lot lately since I've been on my, magic and alchemy tip. I kind of stay with my Numite, my Shungite, and my Mystic Merlinite, Indigo Gabbro, which the beads around it are made out of Indigo Gabbro also. So definitely. But yeah, Oralite 23, good for grounding and bringing in those high energies. Another thing lately I've been working with carnelian. Been working with carnelian, matter of fact, to keep that creativity up, to keep that sexual libido up. Cause matter of fact, coming from a place of being on a celibacy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, gotta get back into that motion, you know what I'm saying? Get that sexual vibration churning back in the fiery pits of the navel chakra around that dantian where all that chi energy is stored. But matter of fact, which carnelian helps with that too, also with vitality, and for females helps with fertility. But that general area like under the navel, that sexual energy, that creative energy, that fertile, what I'm saying, energy. So that's what I've been using. Matter of fact, and also just in like it give you like a certain confidence because it somewhat rolls into the solar plexus with self-esteem and confidence also. But it'll definitely give you that sacral chakra stimulation, and also somewhat basically almost look just alike. Fire gate. My fire gate. What always provokes me to carry my fire gate with me is like dealing with, and excuse the noise, y'all. I'm sorry. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pick a better spot whenever there's a lot of people around. But the fire gate I like to carry around whenever, I ain't gonna say whenever I'm feeling a psychic attack. Well, for sure when it feels like I'm going through a psychic attack or like something has me down and it just feels like, all right, I'm positive, I'm being positive. Why is this negative thoughts or this negative vibration coming over me? So I go to grabbing the fire gate. And reason why significantly so, if I said that right, is because fire gate sends psychic attacks back to that person or that place wherever they came from. And reason why it's good to, have fire gate in that essence is that, you know, you get to, it also will be able, you'll get to see if that person that's sending those energy vamping attacks at you, you'll get to see if that person is close to you. Because say for instance, if you go to carrying fire gate and then you feeling some kind of way, and then as you carrying a gate, that energy vamping feeling ease up on you, but then you see somebody that going through some things. It's like, like I wonder why they going through something as soon as I got my fire gate. So so like fire gate just helps to basically it sends those psychic attacks right back at the person, or whatever negativity that's being sent towards you. It's sending it right back at the person. Also, kind of teaches them a lesson with it, not like no malicious getting sent back towards them, but just getting sent back towards them and in the process teaching them a lesson. So Firegate definitely good for that, and Firegate just like Carnelian good with the sexual libido, fertility, creativity, vitality, you know. I think also will help with the blood flow, blood circulation, because I know for sure Firegate is close to having a iron ore in it, you know. So it will definitely deal with the red blood cell production. This is just a given tourmaline, matter of fact, tourmaline and selenite, which I made a post on that. That's like just go to keep negativity away. Matter of fact, in tourmaline, just like crystal quartz is piezoelectric, so if you squeeze on that tourmaline pretty hard, you'll make it start releasing, some electricity. Matter of fact, after holding it so hard for so long, you'll actually start feeling it moving through your body. Matter of fact, and say for instance, my left hand is my receiving side, so I envision, electricity coming up on this side and flowing into the body, evenly, and then I picture it coming out the right hand and flowing into my aura, which that's how I do when I'm holding two stones in different hands. Like I visualize the energy coming in on my left side, and then whatever stone I have on in my right hand, I visualize that energy going into my aura and recycling. Because as this energy going out into my aura, then my left hand is picking up on the energy of this stone as well as my aura. again, and then it's cycling through, boom, like a little cycle, you know, of energy. This is very important to dealing with your energy. And matter of fact, especially dealing with magic and manifestation and things of this nature. But for sure, like with just dealing with your spirit body and advancing your spiritual gifts, your spiritual powers, like strengthening that third eye is just definitely working with the visualizations, but also in the right format where you not only visualizing, but you know that the energy that you're picturing is going in the direction that it really goes in within your body. That helps also, to really know the flow of things, like knowing that you have a Taurus and a Merkaba around your body, so you can visualize your Merkaba spinning while the Taurus bringing in positive energy, and then visualizing that pranic tube, going straight up out the crown and then all the way at the bottom of the feet by the God Gateway chakra. All those visualizations is very important. But tourmaline definitely for keeping negativity away. As a Capricorn, we always will be doing good, be working every day, working, doing what we gotta do, and still feel like, man, I could do more, or there's something missing. So, tourmaline is good to just keep you out of that, that negative mind frame, always keeping you positive. Matter of fact, even to make you laugh in the face of negativity sometimes. I know rose quartz is good for that also, but definitely gotta keep that tourmaline, man. It definitely combats negativity. Matter of fact, also when I was talking about visualizations, somebody coming around you with that negativity or something like that, hold that. And for me, I visualize it in my outgoing hand, so in my right hand. Not say vision, I hold it in my right hand, but I envision like energy flowing out my right hand and putting up. Just matter of fact, picture just like how these cartoons and all this made, Full Metal Alchemist, all this, where they do a little thing and they can make the ground move or do something and make some shield or something. You have them same powers, you know what I'm saying? Like just because your third eye has been closed for so long to where you can't perceive that you have these powers doesn't mean they don't work and that you don't, it doesn't mean that you don't have them. We do have these powers and they do work. You just gotta, exercise your muscle, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what taking away of your imagination starts as a little kid. 'Cause if it gets to the point where that seems so far-fetched, then you never be able to attain your powers because your subconscious won't be able to grasp the fact that you could, do those type of things. But like I hold a tourmaline in my hand, I just picture like a wall. I picture like a bulletproof thing over my chakras, and I just picture like a little strong wall, and I just visualize, whatever energy, whatever it is I don't want to connect with, just being blocked by the tourmaline wall, basically, that I put up on my aura. So, that's good. Also, rainbow fluorite, nice little pieces. Which I just did a video, not just on rainbow fluorite, but about stones that's good for test taking. As a matter of fact, I always go to rainbow fluorite whenever I'm looking to heighten the intuition, but also heighten the mental capacities, like focusing, memory, you know, just dealing with intuition, definitely, like with my decision making. Like if I'm trying to go with the flow that day and really not try to deal with too much left brain logic. So say for instance, if I'm trying to stay away from that left brain logic and analyzing things, I rock with the fluorite because the fluorite helps with like focus and clarity, but it's not because it's making you make a whole shitload of decisions to get to that point. Nah, you just kind of going with the flow of your intuition, and you're getting clarity from the naturalness of your intuition and not from the unnaturalness of your logical ego trying to like, oh, I wonder if I should go this way. I wonder if I should go, just creating that noise in your head. This allows you to make, decisions with a precise, uh, in, intuitive flow, But I definitely like it for heightening my intuition and dealing with my decision making, and also when I'm studying and stuff like that too. I have it in combination with hematite, like I said in that video, Uh, moss agate, which I'm gonna end up doing a video about it soon. Matter of fact, in essence, you could say moss chalcedony because agate, like mostly is banded. Like, a gate has little bands of silica where you could see the little lines in it. Which even though this look a little banded, it's more of just like the impurities just kind of have somewhat of a band look on this one. Like you'll see that it's kind of how most moss, quote unquote, agate or agate looks. But it definitely deals with a nurturing energy. I like it when I'm looking for that natural, abundant energy, but abundance dealing with a feeling of nature and nurturing. Matter of fact, has somewhat of a detoxification, making you feel good. Like when I got Monster Gate, it just always make me feel like I should go outside or like I should just eat fruits and vegetables all day. Like, like it really gives you a natural nature type of feeling and with the added effect of abundance. So anybody dealing with business or, looking to attract any abundance into your life, Mossa Gate is definitely good for that. Like just a nurturing energy, regrowth, rebirth. If you're dealing with plants, getting out there in that garden helps with the green thumb effect, you know, which in combination with jade and fuchsite is also good for that. Then I got this grade A chrysocolla, which is, has a little, you can see with a more green, that's the malachite, and chrysocolla is a copper-based stone. I like this stone because it basically, I call it like, how you working out and like, oh yeah, I'm working out my biceps and then back, oh, I'm working out my core. This chrysocolla I feel like is good for your core, like, what I'm saying? Because it stretches, to me, in essence, you could almost say this stone strongly, works from, I say, from your throat chakra to your sacral chakra. It resonates strongly within all those chakras. So sacral, solar plexus, your what you got, your heart seed, heart chakra, higher heart, and your throat chakra. You know, it resonates in those very strong. They're like, and say for instance, not to say that it doesn't, give a little boost to the root chakra, or not to say that it doesn't help the third eye, the crown chakra, but I feel like, you're getting like from helping you speak from the heart, you know what I'm saying, with that chrysocolla vibration, you know what I'm saying, and with that teal color that deals with that higher heart. So it deals with that thymus gland, that thymus section, and speaking from the heart. And not only what goes good with speaking from the heart, is also speaking from the heart with a fiery confidence, and that's what you get from that copper that's inside the chrysocolla and malachite also. So you're getting that solar plexus, self-esteem, and confidence with, with going with the flow of the heart. So you're being confident with the self-esteem, and you're being, you coming from the heart, and and you're speaking that truth. So it's just coming all together, And then sacral chakra, because the copper also resonates with the sacral chakra. So it's going to resonate with, again, with fertility, sexual libido, creativity, just that, uh, confidence and that fiery vitality type of feeling, definitely comes when I have chrysocolla. So, that definitely the sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart seed, heart chakra, higher heart. In which I'm sorry, the heart seed will be the whole three heart chamber. So I have to look that up before I say the wrong thing. Matter of fact, let me see if I got my little thing. Oh no, that's right. The heart seed chakra and then the higher heart and the heart in the middle. And then it'd be called the three chamber heart. It's all three heart chakras, the higher heart, heart chakra, and heart seed chakra. But yeah, matter of fact, got my little diagram with me. so you can see. Yeah, definitely good for the for that area. So it's good for the core, working out those abs. I'm just saying, but it's definitely good for those core chakras, those core inner chakras, and working strongly with all of them. And then the can't leave home without it. You know, now I always bring up, and now I see why. This obsidian for sure is better for more advanced crystal users. People who deal with crystals more often. Because obsidian makes you, it's good. It keeps negativity away. It basically, keeps negativity away, so it could uplift your vibration. But it makes you face, and when I say makes you, I'm talking about make you like the moment you decide to pick obsidian up, it's like it's almost like, all right, there ain't no turning back from here. It's almost like that's what it's telling you, like, all right, it ain't no turning back. Like, you gonna the things that I'm talking about the smallest of the smallest little negativity, evil, bad thought, egotistical, lower vibration, whatever bad habit, the smallest of it will be brought up when you deal with obsidian. And that's why it's for more, advanced people. Because, say, for instance, just a newcomer coming to crystals, like, oh yeah, oh crystals good, this and that. And then, say, for instance, they don't know that they running from some type of, inner demon, quote unquote, or inner, some inside them that they haven't faced yet. When they come across obsidian, they gonna think crystal is bad. They gonna be like, man, why all this, why all these, why my ex-boyfriend showed up to my house, why this, like you gonna be wondering why old situations present themselves for them to be fixed. So it could look bad in essence, you know what I'm saying, if you're not knowing what's going on. So that's why, the obsidian is better for people who really know what's going on with it, but I keep it on me because like, and once you get to a certain point where you, for sure, you know what's going on, but like, well, I keep it on me so it just keeps those bad habits from, growing on me, or it exposes them all the time. Like, say, for instance, as I'm working with obsidian, it's helping me to get rid of my just the all forms of addictive behavior, like like that's from a past life, and getting rid of it now, you know what I'm saying? But addictive behavior is one of the things that'll pop up on me, and I always have to check. So obsidian is always, in essence, shining a light on it so I could see that that's what that is, because it be sometimes where I get close to the end of the night and it's like, boy, I would just love to just eat till my stomach full and not get my full rest, but my stomach will be full. You know what I'm saying? Like just going with those old habits of just like I just want to just eat. You know what I'm saying? Like that addictive nature to the physical world, especially being a Capricorn, which is funny though, because like I feel like it's more of just my ego being scared of making this spiritual jump than it is so much of a habit with the eating food part. Like in past lives and in this life, I had the addictive nature, but like I never was like that much towards food, like, and two, I see it more so not so much as a food situation, but shining a light on my herb smoking situation where it's like, all right, you either gotta stop smoking herb or you gotta control these munches, point blank period. Like that's what it's really kind of coming down to, But it exposes it so I know compared to you, like, say for instance, and where not exposing it, what happens is then you go along like, it's hiding from you and it just kind of hides itself as something that's the regular norm. So, it never exposes itself to extreme. Like it'll be there and haunting and wanting to eat a lot, say for instance that vibration, but it won't overly expose itself like how, when you work with obsidian, it's almost like pointed out like that's it right there. That's what I need to get rid of. Compared to where when you're not working with obsidian, it could hide, and it could last longer than what than what would be good for your spiritual growth. So it's good to just nip some things in the butt quick, and that obsidian definitely exposed all those type of things. But that's basically it. And then I got my tiger eye ring, the tiger eye for the solar plexus, third eye, bringing those, boosting that imagination and boosting and stimulating that third eye and bringing those ideas from the third eye with that energy, that self-esteem and confidence and, that energy to manifest, mixing it with that intuition, and that's how those thoughts and ideas turn into things. That's why Tiger's Eye is a good stone for businessmen, businesswomen, business people, entrepreneurs. It's also known as the traveler stone. So if you need a stone to feel safe while traveling, Tiger's Eye is also good for that. Also good for the chi energy in your body, man, balancing that chi energy. Because that's how you get rid of sicknesses, like with me, other than the fact of playing around and still drinking coffee, which is clearing up, but it's lingering because of the coffee. But other than drinking water a lot, like I sit down in meditation and visualize my chi energy burning up all the harmful mucus within my nasal cavities, you know, like again, back to visualizations, you gotta be able to visualize, and that's where some stones come in handy that where they amplify your imagination, like a stone like satellite. Satellite is a good stone for boosting your imagination. It also works good with honey calcite, which solar plexus, third eye, boosting imagination, manifestation. But that is basically it, you know. Matter of fact, I'm tapping around trying to see if I ain't got no other stones, but that's it. And just remember too, like when wearing high vibrational stones, it's good to have some grounding with it. Cause it was funny, like my approach with everything is unorthodox. So like when it came to dealing with sports, the way I would practice sports or the way I quit drugs and stuff, like everything was unorthodox. And like where I hop into, wearing crystals, and like I'm a person that likes to work on the harder things first because I know the easy things is gonna just come like a piece of cake. So I like to work on the harder things first. So that's why as soon as I got into the crystal kingdom, I'm like, oh man, I want the highest vibration stones, like, and I want to wear them all the time. And what's funny though, like that, and along with my purple plate, matter of fact, I connect this video again. The purple plate is also, man, keeping that vibration high. Basically boosting your vibration, boosting your immune system, boosting your extrasensory perception. But like it's funny because I could do something that's so indulgent, like where I could, say for instance, slip into letting myself eat too much and quote unquote overeat. But I still be sitting there like, I am a God, I am source, I am a high vibrational being. As a matter of fact, one of my new things is I'm a high vibrational being. I'm how I say, my vibration is high unconditionally. No matter the conditions, my vibration is always raising, always being higher and higher. That's the thing too. I want to be a being that isn't affected by the conditions on that level. Like say for instance, if you throw something small, it may be toxic or something quote unquote harmful. If you was to throw it into a fire or into the sun, you know, the sun, the fire gonna burn that up regardless of what it is. And if I'm a sun and I'm a star and I'm a god, you know, I want to hone in on those abilities too. Does that mean I want to just eat all kind of acidic things and no, but I want to be able to, at least not be weak when it comes to that situation where I could handle, uh, like say for instance, like I say, like overeating, and it's like where it doesn't take me completely out of being in alignment, because that's the thing, I practice being in alignment no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of why I like the coffee and these type of things. To a certain extent they just kind of throw off where they'll bring me down into the vibration of my, closer to my ego a little more, but I'm still conscious of my actions, Matter of fact, and you could tell by some of my videos where, like, you could tell I got my whole holistic understanding that we're all one. But when I'm speaking, it kind of just comes off as a little lower vibrational than in some other videos where you could tell that I'm, speaking from a complete high vibrational place. But even when it's coming off with a lower vibrational sound, it still has high vibrational intentions behind it. So always understand that no matter how close to the ego that some of my, videos may seem, it's always coming from a place of source, or always coming from a place to, show that interconnectedness. But that's it for all the stones. That's what I'm rocking with today. Again, like Oralite 23, Chrysocolla, Obsidian, Black Obsidian, Rainbow Fluorite, Moss Agate, a Moss Agate, a Moss Chalcedony, because it may not really be a agate. Black Tourmaline, that Carnelian, beautiful orange, and that fire gate to keep that hate away, to send that hate right back out. That's it. Peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now.